Chapter 8. We Have to Think. Putting an end to his reminiscing, Vud turned to his great-grandfather, who had thought up a new game to play with the mammoth walking at the head of the caravan. He said, "Anasta, you are keeping the mammoth in a state of great tension with your playing. Is it really right to treat an inoffensive, kind animal that way?" "Actually, Granddad Vud, I'm keeping him in a state of pleasant tension. I'm distracting him from his sad thoughts. And see, Granddad Vud, I distracted you from your glooming thinking," Anasta said, jabbering away. "Yes, many people's thoughts are gloomy right now. There is a reason they have come up. But what about you, Anastoshka? Can it be that you don't have any sad thoughts?" "I don't, Granddad Vud." "Does that mean that you do not understand why the adults of our family line are gloomy?" "I do understand, Granddad Vud. They're gloomy because the cold glacier is advancing, many plants are dying from the cold, and the people from various settlements have had to leave their family spaces, and no one knows where they'll have to go and how long they'll have to walk." Footnote: family spaces. The Russian phrase here is translated rodno prostranstvo, pronounced rodnoya prostranstva. The first word has the same root as the first word in the phrase family homestead. And the second word, meaning space or area, occurs throughout the Ringing Cedars of Russia series in the phrase translated as space of love. As such, the phrase family space brings together the two ideas of the family homestead and the space of love. "That is correct," Vud said pensively. And somewhat astonished, he asked his great-granddaughter, "But aren't you sad to take leave of our family space, Anastoshka?" "I'm not sad, Granddad Vud. As soon as that sad leave-taking thought came up, I immediately rejected it, and now I don't have it in me anymore," Anasta said, jabbering away again lightheartedly and bobbing up and down on the mammoth's trunk. It was as if the mammoth, walking alongside Vud, understood he needed to carry the little girl alongside her great-grandfather and give them the chance to spend time with each other. Vud was both astonished and intrigued by his great-granddaughter's answer. What mysterious method had she managed to use to cope with the sad thoughts? And he asked, "Anastoshka, can you tell me how you managed to reject the sad thoughts? What method that you used?" "It's very simple, Granddad Vud. I decided to remain with my family space." "Remain? You decided to? But you did not remain. After all, you were leaving it behind, along with everybody, Anastoshka." "For the moment, I happen to be leaving it behind. I'm accompanying everyone on their journey to a far-off land. But as soon as we come up onto that rise, the one you can see in the distance, it will be noon, and I'll need to be heading off back. I'll be back on my motherland by evening. The morning will dawn, and it will rejoice at seeing me. I'm already rejoicing right now, myself. I can just imagine how much my motherland will rejoice at seeing me." Vud did not respond to his great-granddaughter's words with alarm. He figured that she had been joking, or was just imagining going back in order to drive the sad thoughts off. Deciding to play along with the nimble-witted girl, he said, "Yes, the entire space will rejoice at seeing you. But what will you do there all alone?" "First of all, I'll make up a hill of dirt and grass around my flower bed," Anasta replied, jabbering away. "And the little hill won't allow the cold glacier wind to blow on my beloved little flower. I need to be right alongside that very little flower when it blossoms. If nobody is there next to it, the flower will get very sad. 'What did I bloom for?' it will think. 'What for if no one's going to rejoice at my beauty? But I will be right there, and I will rejoice.' The little flower will stop blooming, Anastoshka, and there will be cold spells, the like of which we have never before seen. Many plants will not be able to bloom in this cold. A huge glacier is advancing upon our family space, Vud said, as if musing to himself as he ascended the rise Anasta had mentioned before. Yes, a glacier is advancing. I'll stop the glacier, Granddad, the little girl suddenly blurted out, jumping off the mammoth's trunk and enthusiastically jabbering on. I still don't know how, but I'll stop it. Something there, on my motherland, will give me a hint about how I will stop it. I feel it. I feel it ever so strongly. Something will give me a hint, and I will be able to do it. There's a hint there on my motherland. It's there, but everyone has left. No one thought of the hint. There's no one there that the hint can hint to. Everyone thought about how to leave, where to go to get away from the cold, but no one wanted to give it the same thought, but nobody wanted to give it some thought together with the hint and think about how to push the glacier aside. And you yourself said it so often at our gatherings, Granddad Vud, that we have to think. Vud froze in his tracks. The caravan leader stood still too, and the others who had been following behind the mammoth also stopped. The gray-haired head of the family line looked intently at his great-granddaughter, saying nothing. What Vud did a minute later, he was never able to explain that later, not to himself, and certainly not to the others. He signaled to the people who were walking along the sides of the mammoth caravan to keep moving forward. But to Anasta he said, "The last one in the caravan is a mammoth that is limping, the son of the caravan leader. You know him, and he obeys you better than all the others. Take him with you, Anasta, and when it gets very cold, you can follow in our tracks on him and catch up to us." "Thank you, Granddad Vud," the little joy cried joyfully. She grabbed him around the legs, snuggling up against him. "Thank you." "How am I supposed to tell your mama and papa, your parents, what you're up to?" "I'll let them know myself once I get back home. There's no need to say anything right now. Goodbye, Granddad Vud." Anasa skipped along off to the last mammoth at the end of the caravan, and Vud followed his great-granddaughter's receding figure with his glance, as if what was happening hadn't quite sunk in yet. He continued on his path, and for some time there were no thoughts at all in his head. Only a few hours later did Vud ask himself, "Why did I give my consent?" We have to think. No one thought about how to stop it. No one. She was the only one. Then he said, out loud this time, "I did the right thing."